Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I know you're probably wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Why are you showing us John Wick and LG UP970? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, I was really debating whether or not I should make this video, but since I've been getting so many Sony A1 E 55-inch OLED fanboys from people who don't even own the damn freaking TV, from people who haven't even compared the LG to A1 OLED, and from people who barely can even tell the difference of that processing, that supposedly this gimmick processing that's better than the LG OLED. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play John Wick still from the scene in a nightclub. And the reason I'm gonna go with the nightclub scene is because it's very dark. And what I want to do is I want to show you that on this OLED TV that I have here, which is the C6 55-inch LG OLED TV from 2016. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to demonstrate to you, for those of you who think, all of you Sony A1E fanboys who would like to spend $4,000 just because it has a Sony brand on there, I want to show it to you to disprove this hocus pocus misinformation movement that supposedly the LG OLED processing crushes the deep dark levels. I'm gonna put that shit to rest once and for all here. I'm gonna show you exactly on this TV what you can do if the dark scene is too dark, how you can adjust it. And I'm going to show you the options how you can do that. All right. And also, to put this to rest, I have tried this TV and the A1 55-inch side by side. I have tried them. I have looked at them. They're exactly the same damn thing. We put planet Earth 2 side by side, the mountains, the forest, the same exact shit. There is no difference at all. The only difference is you paying $4,000 and getting some better design and some super whatever gimmicky subwoofer speakers, and you're not getting Dolby Vision, by the way. You're not getting that Dolby Vision yet on that Sony A1 TV. They're gonna have that update pretty soon, but you're not getting the Dolby Vision right out of the box yet. And with Sony A1E, you also are not getting 3D. With the LG OLED, not only are you getting both formats, Dolby Vision, HDR, but at the same time you're getting the 3D as well. And you're getting these 3D glasses, okay? Now the Polk, it's not included. Polk, it's mine. All right, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's do this. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. I just spent 3 minutes explaining this, so let's get back into this. Okay, so I have purposely chose this scene right here in the rain, and I know some of you are going to say, but why here? As you can see, there's a lot of darkness in the background, and most of you will think, oh, these deep black levels on this scene are being crushed. No, they're not being crushed. They're equally calibrated properly as it should be. Now, for some of you, here's the whole point I'm trying to make in this video. Some of you, this video might be confusing because you're trying to figure out what the fuck is Mr. 4K talking about and why is he putting us on this wild goose chase. Okay, let me get to the bottom of it. Let me cut to the bullshit. Let me cut to the chase as to what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me adjust my luminance. I have to adjust my luminance, my low light on this camera, so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go on my remote control on the LG C6. Let's go to the options here. Now, for those of you who seem to be having this idea or for those of you who think that your LG it's crushing the blacks, the deep dark levels on your LG OLED TV, there's a way to fix that. All right, all you have to do is scroll down here, click to the expert controls, and hold on, actually it's not right here, I'm sorry, my bad, it's right up over here. Go to the picture options. Okay, so go to the picture options right below the expert controls, click on the picture option. There's a couple of things you can do here. Here, let me show you. Number one, the black levels. You can choose how you want your black levels. You want them to be too low or too high. Now, if you feel that your black levels are too low and they're being crushed, no problem. You can click high. And look, there you go. They're going to be adjusted. But why would you do that? Now you're crushing your brights. I would just leave them at low. And this is not crushing your blacks. You get to see every detail as it should be on this film. This is not crushing your blacks. Crushing the blacks would be, I know this is going to sound like some racist shit I'm saying, but it's crushing the deep, dark levels. I know how it sounds, and some of you might take it the wrong way. But what I'm trying to say is, this is not crushing your deep dark levels here. If we were crushing the deep dark levels here, number one, you wouldn't be able to see anything here. You wouldn't be able to see his suit. You see this detail on his suit? You wouldn't be able to see that if I was crushing it. Here, let me get closer. That's not crushing it. Let's go to another scene here. Maybe I can go to another scene really quick. All right, so here's another great example right here. If I was crushing my blacks. I know, again, it's going to sound like some racist shit, but it's not. But some of you guys will, you know, I like to use the term deep, dark levels instead of using the black levels. I like to call it a deep, dark levels. It sounds more politically correct. That's why I like to use the term the deep, dark levels, not the deep, black levels. I call it the deep, dark levels. Now here, you guys cannot see this with the camera, but let me get my camera a little bit closer. If I go to the high, you'll see that everything will be brighter. Now, if you put it on high, on the black level here, it says high, then you're going to be over saturating with brightness your entire quality of picture. You don't want to do that. You want your deep dark levels to be low. This is normal. This is natural. What I'm seeing here right now, this is not crushing my deep dark levels. If I was crushing my deep dark levels, you wouldn't be able to see nothing. Okay? You wouldn't be able to see jack shit. Now, you guys cannot see this through the camera that I'm pointing here, but trust me, this is not everything that you see here that LG does, Sony does as well. There's nothing special or different about the Sony A1 in terms of picture quality. It's exact same shit, man. It's all bunch of gimmick. So you're going to go ahead and spend $4,000 for something that doesn't even have Dolby Vision yet, for something that doesn't even have 3D, when you can get that for cheaper. It's exactly the same technology. This whole gimmicky process that Sony like to use, it's a bit above and beyond, man. All right? This thing has a processor too. How do you think they're able to run all these things on this TV? Here, let's use one more example. Let's go skip through another scene here really quick. And here's another example right here as well, for me to show it to. This is not crushing any deep dark levels here. Nothing here. And if some of you have a problem, hey man, that's fine, you know. you can always get this fixed. How do you fix it? Well, this is how you fix it. Hold on, let me keep my noise reduction here a little bit at high, because I don't like that noise reduction. You can fix it. There's a way for you to fix this, okay? If you have an issue, let's go click this right here. Asia standard. I'm already on it. And look, if you feel that some scenes are too dark, you can always go ahead to your brightness and adjust your brightness a little bit higher to 55 if you like. You can do that as well. But for people to say that the LG OLED, it's somehow crushing the deep dark levels, it's a bunch of bogus nonsense. It's not true. This is natural picture. This is the way it should be. Here, let me adjust my low light here. Remember guys, what I'm showing you here, it's here. I have to bring my camera closer so you guys can see that no deep dark levels are being crushed here. You can even see the dirt on that windshield right there, on that window. No deep dark levels are being crushed here. Everything looks natural. You can see his handkerchief and the overshadowing on his handkerchief. So there's nothing being crushed here. Everything looks natural. So this whole idea that somehow Sony A1 processor is doing a better job than the LG OLED, it's total bogus, misleading, gimmick advertisement. It's an advertisement lullaby from Sony. They're so desperate they want you to spend $4,000 on something that's not worth $4,000. If you're going to spend $4,000 on Sony A1, might as well go with the Z9D. Add extra $2,000 and get yourself a Z9D and enjoy that. That's the one that has a kick-ass processor. That's the one that's a kick-ass of LEDs. That's the best LED TV ever made, period. Z9D. But for the love of God, don't tell me that Sony A1 processing inside is somehow better than the C7 or B7 or even C6. Come on. It's not. It's a gimmick. I have put them side by side. I have tested them. There are no differences whatsoever. Okay? And no, the LG, it's not crushing any deep, dark levels here, as you can see. You want me to go to another scene to show you more proof? All right, let's do that. And here's another great example. This is all natural, man. There's nothing's being crushed here. Everything, I'm getting my camera really close to my OLED right now. And nothing is being crushed here. Nothing. And I do mean nothing. And it's one thing you guys watching this on camera, and it's another thing you guys seeing this in person. I have tested both of these TVs. Sony A1 55-inch and C6 OLED 55-inch and C7 55-inch in Magnolia. I wish that there was a way for me that they would let me make that video so I can show it to you. I've been there every day for weeks, been putting different movies, testing it in the room. There's this room called the Dolby Atmos room where they have all these speakers and everything. We tested it, me and my friend Lucky. We looked at it. There's zero difference between the picture quality. And no, the deep dark levels are not being crushed on LG OLED. That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, misleading propaganda from Sony fanboys. So don't fall for that nonsense. They're not being crushed. They're being exactly as they should be. Okay? This is not being crushed, your deep dark levels. This is actually the natural color and luminous white balance of light and dark. So it's exactly as it should be. Alright, so anyway, that's why I made this video really quick. I just want to get to the bottom of this because I've been getting a lot of comments from people telling me, that A1 is somehow sophisticated and it's like the best TV ever made. And it's funny, all of this shit is coming from people who don't even own that Sony A1. I have tested a lot of TVs, man. I own 2 TVs. You guys know I do. I don't talk out of my ass. I actually purchase a product and I tell you about it. I have a little bit of privilege to go to Magnolia and they allow me to look at these TVs and check them out and compare them. However, I cannot make a video about it because it's a conflict of interest. It's the policy of the company, so I cannot do that, okay? I have to honor that. I wish that I could, but even if I did whip out my camera and show you that, still you wouldn't be able to see what I'm talking about. There are no differences in terms of picture quality, all right? The only difference you will notice is its design and the fact that the user interface is different and the speakers are a little bit better on the Sony A1. And this quote-unquote processor is just some nickname that they put on there. Just like their X1 processor. It's a gimmick. They're just gimmicking you so you think that their processor is something better when they're not. You guys can go to the HDTV test, that Japanese guy. He tested all 3. He tested A1, C7, and the S1000 Panasonic. Barely any damn differences, man. Okay? Barely. And they're all gimmicks, man. They're all like little tiny nuances that your eyes will not notice that difference. All right, I don't care what the measurement says on there when you checking that peak brightness and all that. Your eyes will not notice that difference. Regular Joes and regular Marys will not see the difference on that processor. I hope that you guys go and ask some of the people at Magnolia to put LG and A1 side by side, playing the same goddamn movie, and good luck if you can spot a difference. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And this is coming from a guy who actually puts a lot of investments, do research, go to Magnolia, spend hours and hours looking and checking these TVs and everything. All right? And from a guy who owns the TVs, different types of TVs and stuff, I tried things out, and I'm telling you, if A1 was this better and best TV or best OLED TV ever made, then everyone would be recommending it. Everyone would be talking about it. All right? Everyone would be out there cashing out $4,000 if that was the case. No one's going to cash out $4,000 on that TV because it's not worth that much at the moment. When the prices come down to $2,500, $2,200, then it's going to be reasonable for 55-inch. Okay? So, please, don't tell me that A1 has something better than the LG OLED, because it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay? I don't care what the Sony says, what their reps are saying. Does their advertisement lullaby? They're going to say their horse is better than your horse, just like every other asshole out there who's selling shit will tell you the same thing. But coming from independent like me, who already have seen this TVs, looked at them, test them, I'm telling you, there are no differences whatsoever. In picture quality, no differences whatsoever. There you go. There you have it. So you guys can go down in the comment section and have a fight and have a debate or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just laugh my ass off on it because it's entertaining to me to look at these comments down below. Really. And it's all coming from people who don't even have the goddamn TVs to begin with. All right. So, whatever. Anyway, end of the video.